Hi, I'm Defying, and today I'm going to do a teaching video about how to sign Defying Gravity. Now, this is just my interpretation of the song. There are many different ways to do it, so don't think mine is the only right one. I'm just going to show you what I did, and I'll run through each stanza bit by bit. So, the first line is something has changed within me. Something is not the same. So, to do that, I did something. So to sign something, you just cut your hand like this. And I'm a lefty, so you're going to need to use your dominant hand. So if you're right-handed, do it this way. I'm going to do all my signs left-handed because that's what I know. So something has changed. This is sign change. You're going to take two X hands, going to put them on top of each other, and then just flip them around. Something has changed within me. I just do the sign in, and then I bring it towards myself. So it's like in your heart. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. Then you use something again. You're going to do not, which is just your thumb against your chin like that. And you're going to flick it off and shake your head. This is negation. It's very important in sign language so they can really read what you're trying to do. So something has not the same. This sign saying you use your Y hand shape, just go off of your shoulder or in front of your body. The next line is, I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. This one I had to change a bit because she's not playing a game. She's done obeying someone else's rules. So, to do that, I did done, obeying someone else's rules. I'll slow that down. So the first one is I. You're just going to point to yourself with your index finger. Done is just taking your open 5 hands and just wiping it away. Like, I'm so done with this. It's out of my hands. I'm done. And then obey, you're just going to take 2 flat O hands, take it from your head, and put it out. Like you're taking your ideas and you're putting it on someone else. Someone, you're going to use the sign some, and then you're just going to do one. Someone. And then else's game or rules, you're just going to do a shoulder shift with the open A hand. Going to lean into that. So someone else's rules is an R hand, non-dominant palm, and you're just going to move down your hand like you're writing. Alright, the next line is too late for second guessing, too late to go back to sleep. To do that, I said, too late not to decide. It's too late to forget everything. So to sign that, you're going to do late, which is just closed, open B hand, closed 5. And just, you're going to wave it behind you like, oh, that's in the past. Too late. And you're going to negate again. Too late not, which we learned earlier, not decide is 2 F hands. You're going to turn them, throw it down in front of you like, this is my decision. And you do it with force. So it's too late not to decide, and it's too late to forget. You're going to wipe your mind like, oh, totally lost my mind there, and throw it out. Like, take all your ideas and throw it down. And everything is 2 A hands. Going to cross them in front of one another and turn it into thing, which we learned at the beginning. Now it's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes, and leap. So to trust your instincts is like believing in yourself. So I did now, I believe in myself, close eyes, and jump, or leap. So to do that now is 2 Y hands straight down in front of your body. Now, again, believe you're going to touch your forehead right here. And you're going to turn this, your 2, like, I guess, wide C hands, you're going to clasp them together in front of yourself. So now I believe in myself. You're going to take, open A hand, take your thumb, and put it on your chest for myself. Close your eyes and leap is just, you're going to, like, pinch your eyes shut. Don't actually do that, just like this. Close your eyes and leap, you're just gonna jump off. Okay, Okay, now it's the fun part, the actually defying gravity part. Now, in this one, I took defying gravity to mean like letting go of oppression, letting go of your stress, just kind of being free. And if you've seen my Let It Go video, I do this for Let It Go. You're going to take 2 F hands, going to hook them together, and then just release them in front of your body. But the line right before defying gravity, it's time to try defying gravity. So, to do that, I just did now, which we learned earlier. Try, you're going to take 2 T's and just kind of move them out in front of your body. Now, try, defying, that's your F hands, defying. And to do gravity, I did oppression or stress. And I do this a little ways away from my body. And you're just going to take a fist or a S hand for your non-dominant. And then you're going to take a flat hand for your dominant and just push it down. Like you're pushing down your feelings. And then it's, I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. So, to do that, you do, I think I'll try defying gravity. You just do, I think, you're going to point to your head like believe, but not clasp your hands together. Just think, I'll try defying gravity. And you can't pull me down. To do this one, I did you, and I do a sweeping motion since you're referring to a lot of people in this song. Can't, you're just going to take 2 index fingers and you're going to chop off your dominant finger. Then bring me down or pull me down. I do this one, it's the same sign as stress, but I do it closer to myself because you're like talking about how you're physically doing it to yourself. So I'm going to run through that whole chunk one time, and then we'll move on. So, something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through obeying someone else's rules. Too late not to decide. Too late to forget everything. Now I believe in myself. Close eyes and leap. Now, try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't bring me down. Now we have to include Galinda. When I stand here, I'm Elphaba. When I move over here, I'm Galinda. So for this one, if you want to do more than one character in a song, it's kind of hard with just one person, but if you have to, like me, do it with just one person, you're going to do a shoulder shift like I did with other rules. But since it's a whole different person, I'm actually going to physically move. And her line is, can't I make you understand you're having delusions of grandeur? So for this, I did, can't I help you understand you are crazy? And I look over here because that's where Elphaba is, or was. Can't you just chop off your finger like we did earlier? I. Help you is non-dominant palm up, and then dominant thumb out. It's called the open A hand. And it's directional, so that means you're gonna put it to the person you're talking to. So for me, Elphaba is right here. I'm gonna move it towards that person. Help you understand is just one finger. You're gonna have them together like a mini O. You're gonna flick it at your forehead and raise your eyebrows because it's a question. Then for having delusions of grandeur, I just did you are crazy. And crazy is similar to hearing crazy, but it's just one finger. But for this, it says delusions of grandeur, so it's bigger motion. Use claw hands and just kind of. Then I go back to Elphaba, so I move back here. And her line is, I am through accepting limits because someone says they're so. I'm through accepting limits because someone says they're so. So I'm done. Except you're going to take open 5 hands and turn them into flat O's and bring them towards yourself. Like you're taking something and you're like a little dinosaur. Turn into dinosaur hands. Accepting limits is just bent hands, and you're going to put it like you're posting it on a board, saying this is posting it on a board. This is where we stop. This is your end point. because you're going to take your index finger, and just drag it across your forehead. Do not touch your forehead, because if you touch it, this is a sign blank. Someone, we already learned, tell me it's directional, so you're just going to have like, they told me. So you point to them, you touch your lips, and then just slide down. Told me. And true is just you're coming straight out like this. Some things I cannot change, but until I try, I'll never know. Some things I cannot change. You know all those signs. But you're going to take two loose D hands. This is a D. You're just going to close the hand a little bit. You're going to cross them in front of each other and flick them off each other. But until I try, I'll never know. So, but until two index fingers, you're going to reach that point, and you're going to stop. Don't actually touch, just kind of point. Until I try, I'll never. You're going to take a bent hand, and you're basically just going to draw 7. Most people do it really fast, so you can't really see that clear shape, but it's basically a 7. No is just a flat O at your forehead. Too long I've been afraid of losing love, I guess I've lost. So I just do long, and then just like I did too late, I just do long and negate it. So long is L hand up the arm. Long, I'm afraid. This is a sign scare. You're just going to take S hands and then flip them out into 5 hands in front of your body. So too long I've been afraid of losing love, I guess I've lost. This part I did 2 different versions of losing. The first one I did let go, which we did in Defying Gravity. So let go of love, I guess I've lost. So the reason I did 2 different lost or losing is because the first one she's talking about I've let go of the love, but I guess I've already lost it. I never really had it when I let go of it. So it's just kind of 2 different meanings, and I used 2 different signs to kind of clarify that. So love is just 2 S hands, and you're going to put them on your chest like you're dead, I guess. S hands or A hands. I guess it's going to be a C hand, and you're just going to kind of twist it in front of your face. Guess I've lost is with, which is A hand together, and then you're just going to drop it. Like you're like, I have this in my hand, and I dropped it. Which is commonly what happens when I lose things. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. So if is I hand at your cheek. If that's love has no value. So if that's, it's going to be Y hand, and it's very similar to now, except you drop one hand and you turn your palm over. So that's love. Has no value. This is a sign no for like yes or no questions. This is a sign no for anything else. Nothing, none. This is nothing to it, but basically this is the one you use. So it's 2 O's, and you just kind of shake them in front of each other, in front of yourself. And then value is 2 F hands. It's similar to decide, except instead of going down, you tap them together. So it has no value. And you're going to negate this part too. Okay, and the next line is, I'd sooner buy Defying Gravity. Kiss me goodbye, I'm Defying Gravity. So, instead of saying I'd sooner buy, since she's not literally buying Defying Gravity, it's more like she would prefer letting go of stress rather than trying to keep this lost love. So I did I prefer, which is just, this is called a 25 hand. So you just take your middle finger, tap it on your cheek. Defying Gravity. Kiss me goodbye. You're going to take 2 flat O hands, tap them together like they're kissing, and then just tap your cheek. Kiss me goodbye. And you're just going to wait for goodbye. I'm defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. For this one, I actually point to Galinda because they're having a conversation. They're talking right now. So you can't bring me down. Remember, do it close to yourself. Now we get to a whole different chunk. when they're talking about being unlimited and being able to move on. If they're together, they can do anything. So for this part, it's unlimited, together we're unlimited. Together we'll be the greatest team. It's unlimited. You're going to negate again, do the sign nothing. Unlimited. Together is just with. And you're going to do it in a circle. We're, technically, this is a sign we, but I did this because it's talking about me and you, so like two people. So we two. Unlimited. So, and then together will become the greatest team there's ever been. So together, we two. Become is just two B hands. You're going to put them together and just flip them around like that. So if you need side view. Become the greatest. This is sign good. This is sign better. This is sign best. So be sure to go in the arc because they're talking about the greatest team or the best team. Team is two T's, just like try. Except this one we're doing half circle, come together. So out, go in. Team. There's ever been, I just did forever. So flip off your forehead, turn it into a Y. Forever. Dreams the way we plan them, if we work in tandem. So, to do dreams, you just tap the side of your head and then kind of wiggle, and then way, I did how. So two C hands, palms down, flip them up, and turn them into open palm. That. We two plan them. You're just going to take two B hands and chunk them up like we're doing this first, then this second, then this third. So, and then the next one is Glinda, so we're going to stand over here. If we work in tandem, so if we two work is two S hands, dominant hits the wrist of the non-dominant arm. Work in tandem, I just did together. There's no fight we cannot win, so you move back to where Alphaba was. Nothing we two can't win. To do win, you just take palm up, non-dominant hand, dominant hand, just a 5. You're going to glide it across your dominant hand and pull it up into a fist. Win. Then it goes just you and I defying gravity, with you and I defying gravity. So just you and I defying gravity, with you and I defying gravity. For this one, just is index, go in a circle. Don't move with your wrist, move it with your elbow. Just you, and I'm going to point to where Glinda was. You and open, kind of loose 5 hand to flat O. And I defying gravity. With you and I defying gravity, they'll never bring us down. Sweeping index finger, never bring us down. Remember, do it close to your chest. Okay, so we're going to do that chunk again, just to make sure you get it from unlimited all the way to they'll never bring us down. Okay, ready? Unlimited, together we're unlimited. Together we'll become the greatest team there's ever been. Dreams how we plan them. If we work in tandem, there's no fight we cannot win. Just you and I defying gravity. With you and I defying gravity, they'll never bring us down. If you want to find me, look to the western sky. So for this one, if you're going to point out because you're talking not to Glinda, you're talking to everyone else. You want is just claw hands, palm up, and you're going to bring it towards yourself and kind of bend your fingers down. Want to find me. find is just F. You're going to pick something up and pull it up. Like, oh, look what I found. Me, look. You're going to have a V hand, point to your eyes, turn it out. Look, west is just W hand, slide west. West, sky. You're just going to take your non-dominant arm. You're going to fan out your dominant hand. Sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. Someone told me, same as tell me, told me recently or lately, you're just going to do like understand, you're going to do the opposite of that. Recently. You're just going to bend your finger down. Recently, everyone can fly. That one's a little weird, but we learned everything. Everyone is the same as like someone. You just do every and then one. Everyone should is just X hand. You're going to pop it down, palm down, so palm out to palm down. Should, can is like 2 A hands. You thrust it down in front of yourself, like decide. 2 A hands. Fly is just like an airplane. This is that I love you hand shape. And you're just going to like fly in an airplane. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. So, if I'm flying alone, it's very similar to just, instead of doing circle, you're going to do half circle, come into yourself. It can be just this. However, I do it towards yourself so they really know you're talking about I'm alone, just me. So if I'm flying alone, I'm still flying free. It's like now, only you do a continuous motion, like try. Still flying. Free is 2 F hands. Gonna keep them like this. Front of yourself, and then turn them out. To those who ground me, here, take a message back from me. So, to those, you're going to do a sweeping motion again. So they want to stop me. Stop is just kind of like some, except instead of cutting down, you're just going to hit your hand. Stop me. Here's what I tell them. So what is just 5 hands, you're going to shake them like none, except 5 hands, palm up, you're just going to shake it. Here's what I tell them. So you're going to point to yourself, go up the throat, like your voice is leaving your mouth, and then point out. So what I tell them how I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity. So you just do tell them how I'm defying gravity. I'm flying high. Here, instead of doing this, because this is very visual, talking about like literal flying, well, here I'm trying to talk about like herself is, she has wings, she's free. So I use this instead, and I just kind of move up, so I don't have to sign high. I can just do one motion and it makes it easier. I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown. So soon is just F hand, turn it sideways and tap your chin. Soon I'm equal. Equal is just bent hands, tap your fingertips together. Equal in renown. This is sign famous. So you tap your corners of your mouth, come out, do a loop. Famous. And nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever going to bring me down. So nothing, nobody, and all, you just kind of fan your hand out like this entire area. Oz, you have to fingerspell, so O-Z, Oz. And then no wizard, this is the sign magic. So magic person, this is an agent sign. No wizard that there is, so now. or before. You're going to take 5 hands, move it past your head like you're talking about in the past way back there. Before is ever going to, and now you're talking about future. So this is a sign future. You're going to oppress me. So that one you're going to move close to yourself again. And then you're going to do that again because she says, bring me down, and then for her long note, you're just going to do a W and shake it in front of yourself. And that's it. So I'm going to do that last chunk one more time, and hopefully this helped you out. So, if you want to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, here's what I tell them. Tell them how I, defying gravity, I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down. Bring me down. Bring me down. Whoa. And that's it. If you want to see the whole song in one continuous form and try and follow along, you can go check out my other video, and that's about it. Hopefully this helped you. Leave me a comment to let me know if you want more teaching videos for my other music videos, or if you want just basic ASL lessons. Thank you for watching. Bye.